it feels and it looks like their regional policy, which was such a kind of like a sort of such a cornerstone of their foreign policy, and as I said, the overall political identity of the Islamic Republic is in tatters. It's kind of in disarray. It's on its knees. It's struggling, mostly because of the extent to which Israel has attacked and bombarded Hamas and Hezbollah positions in Gaza and in Lebanon. But the rhetoric and the statements coming out of Tehran are a combination of obvious sort of face saving, with the foreign minister saying that we knew this was going to happen. We had intelligence on HTS, the group leading the rebels. We knew that they were making advances from Idlib. We didn't know that the army would retreat so easily. So I think they were blindsided and shocked by the speed at which the army just kind of backed off and Assad just left. At the same time, we had some quite important comments from Khamenei today, where he said that what's happened in Syria is obviously a plot designed by the US and Israel, and he suggested quite strongly that Turkey was very heavily involved as well. And he promised, and he basically made a vow, that the axis of resistance, which is what Iran refers to these proxy groups, will live on, and it will actually be stronger, and we will expand further. So that's what he said today. So I don't think we can. It's difficult for us to say that it's that plank of Iran's foreign policy is dead. I think it's too soon to call that. But I think there is definitely a sense that Iran will, for now, maybe retreat, assess the situation, wait to see where the chips might fall. A crucial question mark for the Iranian regime is obviously Trump's return to the White House, what that means, how he's going to approach the region, the extent to which he's going to side with he's going to side with Netanyahu, but the extent to which he is going to agree to everything that Netanyahu wants to do, and that's going to be really, really crucial.
Does Iran actually have options in the region to expand its influence, other proxies, other allies that it can lean on?
Well, it actually, one other part of its network of allies I should have mentioned is quite significant and very important, is in Iraq. So Iran's wielded huge influence on Iraqi politics and the Iraqi military since the US invasion of Iraq in 2003, after they toppled the Ba'athist regime run by Saddam Hussein that left this massive sort of power vacuum for Iran to kind of go in there and exert lots of influence. So potentially it can double down on those efforts if it has enough buy-in from the Iraqi government. Iraq, there were some suggestions, some unofficial and I think unverified reports suggesting that Iraq didn't want to get involved in what was going on in Syria, didn't want to go into Syria and support the Syrian army. And so it will be interesting to know whether that was a request that Iran made of the Iraqis and whether they pushed back on that. So even that relationship, there's a bit of a question mark.